everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to create your own introduction for your video. We're going to start with the scenes. So there are a variety of different scenes that you can choose from to create your own intro. I'm going to show you an example of one that I've created. I did very little to it, but here it is. So all I did was add this character here, and I went ahead and removed some of the backgrounds to give some of to be able to put a different background in. This is what it originally looked like. So there wasn't any of the trees, there wasn't the character, nothing like that, but it just went ahead and added a little bit more to it. I was able to change the words in it, and I could have changed the colors as well, but I wasn't worried about it at the time. So today I'm going to show you how to change your own scene into an introduction. All right, let's get started. So today we're going to be editing a scene. All of these scenes are pre-made, and you can just go in and you can edit them to your liking, make them what you want them to be. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to create an intro using these scenes. So we're going to scroll down, and we're going to go all the way down to Stop Promo. So in the Stop Promo, they have introductions. So we're going to use this introduction right here that I showed you previously. So I showed you it before, but basically just says introducing, create studio, easy way to show features. And so we're going to make this our own. So if you click on the scene, it gives you an initial way to edit. So we can change the introducing. We can go and we can't change create studio, but we can go and we can change easy way to show features. And then we can change the colors of the shapes as well as the backgrounds for some of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by changing this first part. So I'm just going to say welcome, and then rather than putting what I want to right now, for the next words, what I would do is skip it. So rather than putting something right here, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna actually add more to this. I'm gonna put welcome to, and then I want to put the name of my channel where it says create studio. So I'm gonna skip that. So it would say welcome to Creative Gearbox, and then I'll put whatever I want to say next. My new channel for tutorials. All right, so if we play through this, welcome to Create Studio, my new channel for tutorials. All right. So we can go in and change the colors of these. So for shape number 1, which is going to be this one right here, we can go in and change the colors. So I'm feeling something a little different, maybe something a little more green. And maybe I don't want it pink either. I want it darker. So we got that right there. And what you can do is you can either have a solid color, you can have a gradient, or you can have this one right here, which is a little bit different and does a little more rounded. It's going to show you what it's going to look like here and here. And I kind of like that, but maybe I'll add another one to make it a little less extreme or more extreme, depending on what I want. And then I can even do something like that. Anyways, you get the point. So for this one, I think I'm going to make it a little bit brighter. There you go. All right, and now we can go to circle 1 and circle 2. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to go with a blue for this one. And maybe I'll do something like that maybe. And then I'll do this one again, and I'll do blue again. And maybe I'll make it a little darker around the edges. All right, and now I can go to this one and I can change that. And so maybe I want something that complements that, and I'll do like an orange, like that. And then I'll change this one also to an orangish color, but I'll make that one maybe darker, like that. And I'll lighten it up so there's a little bit more contrast between the background. All right, so now all of those are changed. This background right here is going to be this first one. So we can go and we can change that one however we want. But first, I think I want to change the color of the text. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to open group. So when we open the group, and we can bring this up a little bit to see it a little better, it's going to show us the different text. Oops, sorry. So we can zoom into this a little bit more so we can see it better. So we can click on this and we can change the color here. We can change the font. We can do whatever we want. Again, I think I'm enjoying the earthy-ish tones, so I'm gonna make this one a green. I mean, not a green, an orange, and then a green, maybe. I don't like that color. I think I'll just do a reddish. And then I'll do this one, maybe a little lighter. There we go. I like that. And then we can go and we can add the font and we can change that. So if I wanted something like that, I could do that, something like that. We can make it fit your business if you have a certain font that you use for that. Really, there's quite a bunch of different types. It really just depends on what you are wanting to do. But I'll just do that one. Or I don't really like that one. I'll do that one. All right, so we can move on. We have this background and we can go and we can change the opacity if we want and see what happens. So when we play it through outside of here, we'll get to see what it looks like a little bit more. I'm gonna bring this down just so I can see a little bit better. We're gonna change the color of that one as well. We'll do something along that. And then we'll change this one and make it more like that. And we'll do this again. All right. There we go. And now we're gonna go to this right here. And so I'm gonna change this font. I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna open group. I'm gonna click on the text right here. I'm gonna click edit text. So I'm gonna put creative gearbox. Or actually I'm just gonna put creative. Yeah, I'll do that instead. All right, and then I'm gonna go back to the scene. And then I'm gonna zoom out a little bit and scroll down. And so then I'm gonna click on this one right here and I'm gonna click edit text. And rather than create studio, I'm gonna put creative gearbox. All right. And then I'm gonna go back to the scene again. And I can always change the font, I can change the colors of all of this. I can change the width, the distance, I can change the sound it makes. So if I didn't want keyboard 4, but instead I wanted keyboard 2, I could do that. And yeah, so you can choose any of this stuff. The same thing that you normally have with all of it. You have the properties and the border and everything else right down here. So you can go in and add a border to the box right there through the text. And there's a lot of different options. I'm keeping this relatively simple, but I'm just showing that you can go and edit the text and everything else. All right, so I'm gonna go back to scene, and there's this background as well. Maybe I don't want that one fully there. I only want it partially there. So I'm gonna do that right there. Just slightly reduce it. All right, now I'm gonna go back to the main page and I'm gonna play it through just so we can see what it looks like. Let's see. There we go. Voila. Okay, so what I can do is I can go in and I can look for background. And let's see. I think I want... I'll just do a restaurant. Maybe this channel is all about restaurants or something, right? All right, so we're gonna put this behind the scene. Voila. So as you can see by us putting a low transparency or changing the opacity of the first one, it completely removed it. And I don't love it because it makes it hard to see the text. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna open this group. And I'm gonna go and make some adjustments to different things that we did. So for this one, I am going to zoom out, and I don't love that. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to go to the second welcome to, and I'm going to make it smaller like I initially thought. There we go. I think I will like that a little bit better. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to change this background and I'm going to increase that. But I'm only going to do it to about 50 or so. And then I'm going to go and I'm actually going to reduce this one a little bit more, like that. All right. And then I can't do anything about this one right here the way I currently have it. So I'm gonna have to open the group and then I can adjust this background so that the way that they have it set up, it makes it to where you can't adjust that one. But if I remember right, it's gonna have you typing over the other text already like that, which isn't exactly ideal, as you can see when it plays through. So what you might want to do is either increase that again, or what you can do is you can move the text around. So if we go back to this part right here, what I can do is adjust different stuff. So one way you can avoid it is by shifting this box over and shortening it. So you can shorten this part or you can shorten this part. But by doing that, you can avoid a lot of the overlap. Again, you can just increase the opacity again if you want to, which is perfectly fine. I think that would eliminate a lot of it as well. So if we go back to the timeline and we look at it with the background, you either may love it or hate it, but there you go. There you go. So that was like a very simple way. There's obviously a lot of adjustments that could be made, but I basically went over how to change the color of the text, how to add a different background, how to change the opacity of the backgrounds that were already there, edit the text in the studio, and then how to shift or shorten the boxes, like with this one, how to change the colors of the shapes. We can get into a more complex version of this by showing you how to, let's see, we're going to open this group and we can edit the transitions on these as well. So for the shape right here, there's a top and an up. So if you were to click on this right here, you can go into motion and then you can change how these objects enter the scene. You can do the same thing for the words. But basically by changing it from top and choosing bottom, then maybe, oh, duh, sorry. Okay, so right now this one is set to top. So if we were to change it, it would change the way that the words came in. If we were to change it to bottom, then now it's coming from above it and going towards the bottom. All right, for the shape, we can choose the way that this shape enters as well. So we go to motion, and then it looks like it's going in like that. Right. So maybe we do back right. Right. So now it would have a little bit more motion to it. So you can't really see it until that part. So maybe I shift this further so then it gives it a little bit more. All right, so you can do that with any of the elements in here. It really is just up to you. So I'm gonna let this play through. If you like this video, please subscribe and comment what you liked, what you didn't like, what I could improve on. Any advice is helpful. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.